I need to tell you something.
No, Juno was doing this, but she kept going.
Okay, I've been thinking about zombies a lot lately, as one does. Sure. Because I finished The Walking Dead, and then now we're watching The Last of Us, and I restarted The Walking Dead. The Last of Us is about mushroom zombies, basically. Somebody that I work with sent me this article. They were talking to a scientist who studies this, and she said that it's unlikely that this could affect humans in real life. She didn't say it was impossible.
That's exactly the premise of Last of Us, though.
I know, but that's just it. Like, this could happen.
Yeah.
She said technically our body temperature is too high, but that doesn't mean the fungus can't adapt.
Evolution's a thing.
I'm scared. And welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
Kickstarters.
Exactly. Crowdfunding, exactly.
But that doesn't go with the pumped up Kickstarters piece.
Yo, it is pumped up Kickstarters.
No, that's what I mean though.
Oh, pumped up crowdfunding just doesn't have the right ring to it, you know? Yeah. Anyways, we are here to do another episode of Pumped Up Kickstarters, where we are talking about some of our anticipated crowdfunding releases, both from Kickstarter and from Game-a-Thon, of course. Yeah. We each came prepared with a list of 5.
We did.
Though I had a little bit of a hard time narrowing it down, so I do have honorable mentions.
I don't.
So let me start with my honorable mentions. Now, one of them is an honorable mention because it is an expansion, and that is Alice is Missing. Is that on your list? So we'll talk about that later. The second honorable mention I have is a bundle from BoardGameTables.com. Usually when they put out a Kickstarter, it's not just one game, it's a whole bundle. So the games coming out that I don't know anything about are Chomp. It has a T-Rex on the cover. Yeah, okay. Sail, assuming it's about boats. Couture, I assume about fashion. And Mindspace. I assume it's about when your mind goes to space. Mm-hmm. All right, so those are my honorable mentions, just a couple honorable mentions. Now let's get into the list. You want to go first?
First one up for me is a game from Explodey Games.
Explodey?
Explodey. And that is called Alinthia. And it is a tower defense game with dragons.
Ooh.
Obviously, I don't know a ton about any of these. From the quick reading I did, it is tower defense, and the dragons are actually coming in at you. So I'm assuming there's character abilities.
Is it like semi-co-op? Co-op? You probably don't know, eh?
It has cooperative and competitive mode. Can I read this to you quickly, though?
Yes.
You look across the ravaged landscape of Alinthia as dragons fly through dark clouds overhead. Your fellow guild members look to you for leadership after fleeing the devastation, and you feel the incredible weight of that responsibility. Your beloved guild is a shadow of its former glory, and despair threatens to overwhelm you. But you are determined and begin to plan your strategy to reclaim your homeland.
Whoa. I love dragons.
I was interested in this for 2 reasons. Like, it's got a really cool fantasy theme, which, I mean...
Jeff loves fantasy.
We haven't played a ton of tower defense games. I guess it was one that I was like, I want to try another tower defense game, because we've only played Dwarves Winter.
Yep.
And I would consider Ghost Story somewhat tower defense, because the spirits are kind of like moving towards your village. Like, it could be a cool addition and try another tower defense game. And it's got a cool little theme to it.
I'm on board. I love dragons. Don't look, Jeff. These are secrets. Secrets
are no fun.
Secrets. That's not one. Have you heard of Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig?
I have.
Have you heard of the Castles of Mad King Ludwig?
I have.
Have you heard of the Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig?
I haven't.
Well, guess what? That's the first one on my list. And this is from Bezier Games. And this is a flip and write. But I think they describe it as a flip and sketch. It's like a flip and sketch game. So essentially it's like an end-write version of Castles of Mad King Ludwig. So basically, here's the little blurby blurb. Test your architectural skills in Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig, a flip and sketch strategy game to draw the most extravagant blueprints for King Ludwig's next castle. This king... It's just castle upon castle upon castle for this guy. I loved Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. You weren't a huge fan of it, but I really liked it. we really enjoy roll and writes.
I feel like this would be a better version for me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm excited to try it. I like the theme. I love the castle building theme. I love the idea that it's like a flippin' sketch and not like roll. It's like flipping cards, I assume, flipping like different rooms and stuff. I actually saw that it was announced not that long ago and I was pretty excited about it.
Next up for me is the one I was referencing that we actually will have content on. But that being said, this would have been on the list anyway, even if it wasn't being sent to us. So take that for what it's worth. It is being sent to us. It's from Colossal Games, and we'll have content on it in the future. That is Street Fighter V Champion Edition Legends.
Like Mortal Kombat?
It's coming February 23rd. Sorry, I should have mentioned. Alinthia is January 31st. If I could find the dates, I added them.
Okay. I did not do that.
February 23rd for Street Fighter. It is a cooperative boss battler set in the Street Fighter world.
Which is like an arcade game? Or is it like a video
Yeah,
game?
It's like Mortal Kombat. And it's via GameFound. I'm super excited for this one because of two reasons. One, I do really like boss battlers. Vagrant Song being one that we've recently enjoyed a ton. I grew up in the Street Fighter Mortal Kombat era. Street Fighter has a ton of nostalgia for me. Me and my brother used to play it all the time, and there's a ton of different video games in that world, and I'm just really excited. I do think there was a prior board game adaptation they tried to do. I think it's a really cool IP to turn into a boss battler.
Yeah, for sure. And like Jeff said, we'll have coverage on this. We haven't played it yet, but I'm excited because I do love a good fight.
Jamie does like Mortal Kombat.
I love
But she doesn't like when I do all the combos.
Get over here.
Jamie likes to play Mortal Kombat, and I can just literally stand there and let her do the...
Shing.
She always you always knew all the moves.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a button masher.
We should play that
way.
again.
Can we?
I have it.
Yeah, I love it. I'd love to do that. Okay, my next game is a game called Charcuterie. Or as Jeff's mom says, Shakootie.
Shakootie.
A Shakootie board.
I knew you were going to pick. I saw this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Charcuterie is from Third World Studios, who are the same ones that are bringing us Stuff of Legend, which is another game that I'm very excited about. It's a 2 to 4 player game of arranging elegant appetizers. Charcuterie, the board game, is the ideal hors d'oeuvre for every social event. I don't know anything about this game, but I'm just looking at it, assuming it's a set collection game where you got a plate of cheese, some tomatoes, some strawberries, some dips, meats, cucumbers.
Can we do a charcuterie board this week sometime?
Yeah, I think we should. We should do that for when Matt comes over.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because we're fancy. That means we're going to have to play a fancy game. I don't know a ton about it, but the artwork looks awesome. It seems like the kind of game that is going to be relatively easy to learn, hard to master type games. And I just think the theme is really cool. I don't have any board games about cheese. Meat and cheese, do I?
I love meat and cheese.
I don't think I do.
My third, you're going to have to look this up, Jamie, because I think you're going to freak out about it. It is called Vampire the Masquerade Milan Uprising, and it's a narrative-driven co-op experience on GameFound. There's no date, but I need to express to you what this game is. It is a combination of tabletop experience with an app. But not only that, the board is controlled by an RFID chip.
A Rift?
As you are moving your character around on the board, the app is going to identify these things. It's telling you that, and I understand people are going to come at me and be like, that's not a board. I don't care.
I
Just
don't care.
Preface this with apps and all of that stuff. I love full transparency. I understand if you don't, that's okay. I respect your opinion on that. But this is the next level of digital integration. And it's vampires. I still think, look it up. I still think that you're getting a tabletop experience because you're moving miniatures around. There is a board game there. It's just being driven narratively by the app.
Vampire. I forget already.
The Masquerade.
I don't know how to spell masquerade. Figured it out.
Milan Uprising.
Milani.
What is that dog doing?
I have no idea. Probably trying to get into the garbage.
She's got something. I'm going up because I heard it bang.
This looks wild. This is next level. Oh, there's a whole website. She definitely got into something. Whoa, whoa. Holy. I wonder what she got into.
She had a thing of hot chocolate. I don't even know where she got it from. It was Carnation hot chocolate.
It was in the coffee thing with the door closed, so she slid the door open.
Yeah. Had just gotten it.
A bugger. God, she's bad.
How cool does that look, though?
Oh my god, I want it. Yeah, I want that.
I imagine it's going to be super cheap.
I would imagine so. All right, so my next one is also from Game-a-Thon, and it is called, did you see this one?
No.
Gold Nugget. Okay, let me
It
just
reminds
read
me, it looks like the old Little Bear artwork.
It looks like Little Bear. It does. Okay, so Gold Nugget is by 2 tomatoes, not to be confused with 1 tomato. It's 2 tomatoes. The ravens left the forest for a few days, leaving its precious gold nugget unguarded. Which woodland creature will successfully raid the nest in this unique bluffing and deduction game? The artwork looks freaking amazing. First of all, I'm just super into any game that has critters in it, and the artwork is adorable. The creatures adorable. What's that?
What is that? A game came up called Safari Splash, and it's got these little cartoon animals.
Anyways, the point is, it's a bluffing and deduction game with adorable animals, and there was a raven, and he left his gold nugget unprotected from the squirrels and the bears, etc.
The bears.
The bears. And so I'm excited. I'm just really excited. That's all I know about it. It's adorable. I want it.
My number 4 has already been mentioned, and that is Alice is Missing Silent Falls. And that's from Hunter's Entertainment, but Renegade I think, does Alice is Missing. It's just an expansion to Alice is Missing, which is a virtual RPG experience. We've talked about it before on the channel, but in Alice is Missing, you're communicating with your group primarily through text messages. Each person is playing as a character, and you're just navigating through that scenario together. And this is just an expansion to that.
Listen, the premise is Alice has gone missing. That's all you need to know.
I'm assuming Silent Falls is just going to add more options to the experience.
Maybe more
scenarios.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, my next one, I don't know how to pronounce, but it is called, it's Irish, so forgive me, but it's called Turnanog. Turnanog. Turnanog.
That would be, what's that language? It's the Cape Breton.
Gaelic.
Gaelic, yeah.
Yeah. Between Worlds. So, first of all, look at it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
The artwork is awesome. So here's what it says. I need to expand because I don't have my glasses. In the Irish myth cycles, the land of Turnanog is a realm of the other world, the place where the fairies lived and heroes visited on quests. It was a place just outside the realm of man, off to the west, where there was no illness or death or time, but only happiness and beauty. In Turnanog, I know that I'm butchering that every time. Players will take on the role of storytellers, transport it to the other world, and challenge to talk for their lives. Entertain the fairies, and you'll earn your spot in Turnanog. Fail to do so, and you are returned to the mortal realm. Hand management, open drafting. The artwork looks great. It sounds cool. I like the idea of fairies, and I love Ireland.
Last
Jeffrey?
one for me is the one I probably know the least amount. It is called Elven Throne.
Ooh.
And it is from Mirai X Games. I believe they're a Japanese publisher when I briefly looked it up. It's their very first game, so take that for what it is. But just a quick little blurb. Forge alliances and strategize your way to the throne in a game of actions and counteractions featuring seven houses with unique powers. Guess what drew me in?
Unique powers.
Unique powers.
Asymmetrical.
It is asymmetrical. I just don't have any information on. I tried to find the website. The website's not up yet. They're like, everything's just mentioning that they're preparing to launch this because it is their first game. It was really just the cover art that
pretty much how all this goes.
I was super drawn into. The artwork on the cover looks amazing, and I'm just one that I'm keeping an eye on until we get more information. But that's called Elven Throne from Mirai X Games. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mariah Carey Games. Basically, we find covers that we think look cool, and those are the ones we're most excited for.
Let's be clear. Everyone does that.
Everyone does it.
I don't want anyone coming at me with heat. Like,
no
if
heat.
you don't know a game and you go into a board game store, what are you going to be drawn to?
The cover.
The cover art.
My last one is called Harvest Hoppers. Look at it. It's coming really soon, February 21st, 2023. So here's what it says. A delicious dispatch awaits. Deliver fresh produce from your local farmer's co-op in the delightfully delicious dispatch game of Harvest Hoppers. Snowbright Studios' new board game delivers heartwarming fun. Heartwarming fun? I would love to do that. For 2 to 6 players in 30 to 60 minutes. It's a strategy game with area control components, dozens of produce tokens, uniquely configured neighborhood maps, and a heap and handful of adorable hop-top bicycle delivery antics. It looks so, so cute. You're like a little frog riding a bicycle,
like a
delivering like produce.
He's got a little tadpole face.
I'm obsessed already. I don't know. That's all I know about it. I love it, though.
We don't know anything about these.
But look how it's so cute. Like, I can't even.
Oh,
like,
I don't care.
I know enough about it.
Just drawing attention.
You know what I know about it? Is that it looks cute. And I want to play it big time. Anyways, those are all the games.
That's it. That's all it's it.
Those are 10 more Kickstarters that we are, Kickstarters or crowdfunding projects that we are very excited for. Let us know down below if you've heard of these, if there are any other Kickstarters that you're like, guys, did you not know this was coming?
Oh, there's lots.
You can also do that in our Discord because we have an entire channel called Pumped Up Kickstarters where you can talk about all of the upcoming games.
Yes.
People be chatting in there literally all the time. That is all that we have for you today. If you're interested in buying board games, not these ones, although a lot of your friendly local gaming stores do pre-order Kickstarter games.
Sure they do.
I know who does that. Do you know who does that, Jeff?
The Boardroom Game Cafe.
The Boardroom Game Cafe. They are our friendly local gaming store.
And then they'll be like, hey guys, we ordered these. Do you want one? Yep.
Yes.
Put it
Yes,
on
Kat,
the
we
list.
want it. Of course we
Yes,
want
Kat,
it, Kat.
we want
You
it.
barely even need to ask. If you're interested in joining us for the Foster the Game-a-Thon.
Foster the Game-a-Thon.
Hey, if you want to join us for Foster the Game-a-Thon, you can join us at Foster. All you have to do is you got to sign up, okay? It's on
You
Eventbrite.
Prison Mike?
Hey, I'm Prison Mike. You know the worst part about prison?
The Dementors.
The Dementors. If you would like to join us for Foster the Game-a-Thon, a 24-hour all-you-can-play board game-a-thon, that is happening on March 4th. All the details are down below, bearing that I haven't forgotten to put them in the description like I usually do. They will be down there.
Jamie thinks I'm waking up at midnight.
Yeah, you are. And we're going to listen to Taylor Swift Midnights the whole day. That's really the
What day is
purpose
this
of
happening?
March 4th.
No,
I'm
but
glad
like,
you asked.
what day of the week
It's a
is
Saturday. I took the Friday off. If you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days. Who's that? Me. What's she doing? Where'd she go? Where'd Mom go? Where'd Mom go? Juno's very curious. She does this at the door. Oh, what a doggo. Here she comes.
Lizard. This is a 3D printed lizard. You can't see him. But he's wiggly. We'll call her Bernadette. Bernie for short.
Barely see her.
My next one is not that. Is there a website for this? 2 Tomatoes?
I would maybe click one of those social media links. It might take you to it.
Oh yeah, this one. Good idea, Jeff.